Then press the hips forward.
Clap.
Then release the leg loops into hands, or release them all together.
That's right. And then go ahead and get us out of here, April. How do you come out?
You can float, let your hands drop to the ground into a peaceful warrior. Lift left foot straight, the swing. Legs wide and low. Come up into a sit up, L shape, and slowly come down into a scissor kick. Rest down into the swing.
Good.
And shake it out again.
Really good, ladies. We did it 4 times. That's great. Nice job, everybody. So let's just kind of do a little restorative and start to bring it down. Do you have any questions?
I do. You know that place is hard for me to push through. I feel like it's hot here. What can I, you said something, and you said something to me, I don't know.
So there's a few different exercises we can do. I want to focus on the legs and hips today, but let's all grab our leg loops and practice this. This is something we'll do tomorrow. So we'll go over it again. So what we do is we lean forward into a peppermint patty. That's what I call it. This is when we get the sensation. This is the when we do forward folds. This is a peppermint patty. So we're on our toe tips, and we're just going to press. Okay, so notice you have to lift your chest to press forward. Notice if you don't lift your chest, it's really hard. So press forward, lift your chest. Okay? So we do these on the ground, so when we come into something like Superfly, it makes it a lot easier to do it dynamic, strength in the air. But our life depends on it, right? Okay, so that's one of the ways that I teach people how to get that chest lift and that strength. And it really just comes from squeezing together. And then, like, when we come apart is when we are unstable. So I have people squeeze the energy in towards center and then bend and then lift. So we have to learn how to, like, bring the energy towards the center of our body. It's when we're out too wide that we get unstable. So there's this movement of squeezing the shoulders in and down.
Into the sock.
Can you feel the difference? Yeah. And then when we bend from there, we have a lot more dynamic strength. Good. Shoulders down, so your shoulders are up too high. Down. Yeah. It's hard to keep them down, but if you do, you'll feel your pectoral muscles engage.
Yeah.
If you notice, most people are really concave in their pectoral muscles because their shoulders are up. If your shoulders are down, then you're forced to use your pecs, which is why I do all of this stuff, right? Well, we start to lift. So let's just try, now we sit our hips back, okay? And then when we lift, use just your chest and your arms to lift yourself up. Nice. Now when we're doing this in the air, it's much more challenging, right? But you can feel it's the same muscles. Very good, Lori. Same muscles that we're using. So as we continue to do some of these strengthening exercises on the ground, when we're in Superfly Snuka, because I can do it with my arms straight out to the sides, like this. It's very hard. Just try to do it on the ground. Just lean forward and reach out. It's your wings. They do the guys do the little rings like that, and it's very challenging. But until you get your shoulders strong enough, you don't want to put that much strain on them. But once you get them plugged in, then you can come all the way out and do the same poses. Right?
But you're saying hug them into the socket.
That's right.
And lift my chest, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That'll make a big difference in getting this muscle strong enough to hold you. And then these ones right here. Yeah. But those are good questions because you'll notice that there will be points when you get stuck, and it's usually when the chest is like this.
And
so, yeah.
And from there you would lift up the chest.
Press the chest up first, and then the arms.
Okay. I'm
So
trying to do arms first.
That's right. Well, so notice this is the arch position. So I have to arch and open my heart to press up. If I have a concave back, then it's more muscling than leverage. These are all really good questions. We'll learn how to leverage the hips tomorrow too when we start doing some flips. So we're getting these major pivot points or hubs of the body prepared to do some of the more dynamic movements. Really good. Okay, good. So we're going to incorporate our hand holds into the situation. So let's do a couple leg stretches here. Just checking out the time. You're great. So you're going to come with the swing behind you. Grab for the leg loops. And what we're going to do is we're going to give the swing a little bit of a push and then kick our left leg up to hook. Just see if you can get your leg in there. You have to kind of swing it a little. Left leg first if you can. Doesn't matter, but we're going to do the same side. Beautiful. So hold on to your leg loops. Nikki, you have to do it this way because I'm training you. So come back out. Come out. Bring your leg down to the ground. Hold on to your handholds. Kick the swing forward and then hook your left leg. Yeah.
Really quickly.
Yes. Don't think about it, because otherwise it seems like the swing is really too high. Your swing's very high. We'll give you that. Let's hook the arch of the foot to begin. Whee! It's so fun. So get the swing spread out so it covers the arch of the foot. Okay. We're going to just do some simple leg stretches here. Press the hips forward, only as far as it feels good. Not a full peppermint patty, right? Just enough to get a good hamstring stretch. Right? Isn't that good?
So good.
Yeah, it's amazing. This is not a fun stretch. This makes it way more enjoyable if it's possible. So from here, we're just going to bend the knee, see if we can come into a floating pigeon. Just kind of get your standing leg underneath you, adjust if you need to. Good. It's okay if the swing spreads out. If you can keep it kind of bunched together, that's great too.
Is it okay for me to go into the ball of my foot, or do you,
It's okay, yeah, I'm tippy-toeing too. Because if you lower down, it just becomes way more intense. Just flex your left foot and drop your knee as much as you can. Beautiful. Very nice. Awesome. So start to slowly straighten that leg. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn out to the side, release my right arm, and just come into a balance pose. Okay? Get straight up and down if you can. Yeah. So watch Lori. So just kind of move her, she's coming out to the side. There you go. Yeah. Perfect. Beautiful. Now what I'm going to do is a little dynamic, okay? I'm going to roll onto the top of my foot and come straight up and down into Maharaj. So I'm just holding on, yeah, with one handhold. Beautiful, please. You gotta kind of adjust. And then just bend your standing leg so that your right leg bent and hang a little bit. We're going to come through the Black Swan series in another position. This is a great quad stretch. Straighten both legs. Just kind of lengthen out. Beautiful. And now you're going to bend the left knee in and up and turn it back around. Straight out in front of you. Beautiful. Awesome. So, we can repeat that sequence again if you want. So bunch up your swing a little bit more. Just take your hand and kind of. So hold on with one hand if you can. Yeah.
So I'm not hopping all over.
Well, yeah, well, that's good because I keep telling them about the hopping, and so they have to see it. So thank you. Yeah, just take one hand and you can kind of slide it down. So what we're going to do, you can do the same leg sequence again if that's all you want to do for today. What we're going to do is we're going to get into some more playtime. Just watch the walls over there, ladies. Is we're just going to pick up our bottom leg and swing. Okay? So get into a nice wrist wrap. Yeah. It might feel like you're going to let go. If it does, just come into a standing position again. Really good. And then land it. Okay. So one more fun little switch that we can do. So we can just basically switch legs like this. Okay? So yourself float and switch. Let's try this side. We're going to come back to the left side in a little bit and do a couple more flips, but this will be good for today. So press forward.
Catherine, you look like a beautiful dancer.
I like your outfit. Okay, cool. So we're going to just stay here and take a couple deep breaths. Come forward as much as it feels right for today. Just let gravity do the work. Then we're going to come back to stand, bend the knee, pull it in for pigeon. Now you can come up onto the ball of the foot to get higher, and then if you feel comfortable, drop back down. Flex the right foot in. This will protect the knee, and then the knee is going to come level with the earth if you can. Yeah, so let the knee drop. Again, it's a big stretch. forward if you want to go deeper. Stand upright if it feels like it's a little too much. Good. Nice big stretch. Okay, so keep holding on with your right leg. Extend the right leg out. Keep holding on with your right hand. Turn your left toes out to the side, and then release your left arm out. So it's a balanced pose, but we're also kind of leaning into it to get a big stretch. Good. So as long as you stay balanced, you're in the right place. Beautiful. That's really great. Okay, so we bend the knee, turn your foot over, and roll around into nataraj. So I usually like to hold on with both hands. I mean, you can extend your left arm out if you want it. Extend the leg, or you can hold on. And the flat leg if you want to go deeper. Beautiful. So extending the leg, and then after you've had enough of the stretch, we're going to bend the knee into the chest, roll it back over, come through center. So make sure the knee is nice and happy and safe. Okay. Holding on with both hands. So if you want to get into a little bit more dynamic movement, we're going to pick up the bottom leg and swing. Good. There's plenty of clearance. I adore this. This is fun. I'm going to switch hand holds just because I like my new ones better. All right, cool. So we're in a wrist wrap. If we want to go a little bit deeper, we're going to press into that standing leg and bring our left leg up towards the sky. Yep. Just don't go too far. Just that's enough. Whee! And then come back down. Woo! That was fun, huh? Yeah. All right. So just adjust your hand holds because that's a lot. Just give your hands a little bit of a break. So we're going to do both legs and stretch. Good. So now press your left leg in, right leg up towards the sky. Just going straight up. Both feet in, bend the knees, and sit into it. Isn't that fun? So if you want to switch to holding on to the swing, we can actually come forward into our Suttavarasana.
This happened while I was swinging.
Oh, that's cool. I think you can still come forward.
Jen, let's go through the
Hold on to the swing first. Yep. Hands come through. Hold on to the swing, Nikki. So you can come forward. I guess I could come over and spot you. I think it'll work. It seems like a good idea. That looks really cool. Anyhow, so here we are. In our Suttavarasana. Everyone got here. Good job. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
This is a good transition.
I feel the swing mostly on the top of my body.
Okay, reach up and grab for your leg loops. And then pull yourself back up when you're ready.
So this is essentially our turn from the elbow.
That's right. So we can come back to our skydiving here. Whoa. Right? Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So there's a couple different ways we can get out of this. We're just going to back up. So hold on to the swing. Extend your legs and you can kind of sit down into it. Hold on to the swing, extend your legs. Yeah, and sit into it. Good. I know. It's a new sequence I haven't showed you before.